Why is Denmark known as the happiest country on earth? Is it the timeless beauty of its cities, the balance between tradition and innovation, or the magic of its landscapes? Let's find out as we dive into the wonders of Denmark. A small country with big dreams. Denmark is a Nordic country, consisting of the Jutland Peninsula and over 400 islands. Though small in size, its natural beauty is immense. Rolling green fields stretch as far as the eye can see, bordered by dramatic coastlines. Denmark's strategic position at the gateway between Scandinavia and mainland Europe has shaped its history and culture. Did you know that no place in Denmark is more than 52 kilometers, 32 miles, from the sea? Historical foundations, the Vikings and beyond. Denmark's history dates back thousands of years, with its most iconic chapter being the Viking Age. These seafaring warriors weren't just conquerors, they were skilled traders and explorers. Sites like the Jelling rune stones, inscribed with ancient text, are UNESCO World Heritage Sites that preserve this fascinating era. The National Museum of Denmark in Copenhagen offers a treasure trove of Viking artifacts, including longships and weapons. Cultural hallmarks. Hygge and beyond. Denmark is the birthplace of hygge, a word that encapsulates coziness, contentment, and enjoying life's simple pleasures. Imagine sitting by a crackling fire, sipping mulled wine, and sharing laughter with friends. That's hygge in action. Beyond hygge, Denmark is a land of festivals, music, and art. The annual Roskilde Festival is one of Europe's largest music events, drawing thousands from around the globe. Modern marvels, sustainability and innovation. Today, Denmark is a global leader in renewable energy and green living. Wind turbines dot the landscape, contributing to Denmark's goal of achieving net zero emissions by 2050. Copenhagen is a model for sustainable urban living, with bicycles outnumbering cars on its streets. Copenhagen, a city of stories and innovation. Step into a city where fairy tales were born, where streets whisper the stories of kings, and where the future of sustainable living takes center stage. Copenhagen is more than a capital, it's a living, breathing masterpiece. Setting the scene as the sun sets over the harbor, the colorful houses of Nyhavn reflect in the tranquil waters. Bicycles whiz by as locals greet each other with smiles, embodying the famed Danish friendliness. Welcome to Copenhagen, a city that seamlessly blends its royal past with an innovative present. Copenhagen isn't just the political and cultural heart of Denmark, it's a beacon of modern living. From its cobblestone streets to its futuristic architecture, this city has something for everyone. The Gems of Copenhagen. Nyhavn, a fairy tale port. No visit to Copenhagen is complete without a stroll through Nyhavn, the historic harbor lined with colorful 17th and 18th century townhouses. Once a bustling port filled with sailors, Nyhavn is now a hub for cafes and restaurants. Did you know? Hans Christian Andersen, Denmark's most famous storyteller, lived in several houses along Nyhavn. His fairy tales, like The Little Mermaid and The Ugly Duckling, have enchanted generations. The Little Mermaid, a global icon. Speaking of Andersen, Copenhagen's most iconic landmark is the statue of the Little Mermaid. Perched on a rock by the waterside, this bronze figure is a tribute to Andersen's famous tale. Though modest in size, she's one of the most photographed attractions in Denmark. Interesting fact, the statue was gifted to the city in 1913 by Carl Jacobsen, founder of Carlsberg Beer, as a symbol of Denmark's artistic legacy. Tivoli Gardens, a timeless wonderland. Copenhagen is home to Tivoli Gardens, one of the world's oldest amusement parks. Opened in 1843, Tivoli inspired Walt Disney himself in creating Disneyland. It's not just an amusement park, it's a cultural experience, with live performances, gourmet dining, and lush gardens. Sensory description: imagine the scent of caramelized almonds wafting through the air as lights twinkle on ornate pavilions, and the hum of laughter fills the night sky. Christiania, a free spirit's paradise. Venture into the alternative community of Freetown. Christiania, a self-governing neighborhood founded in the 1970s. Known for its bohemian vibe, it's a stark contrast to Copenhagen's polished image. Christiania has its own set of rules and currency, making it a microcosm of creativity and individuality. Sustainability at its core. Copenhagen is often called the world's greenest city. Over half of its residents commute by bike, and the city is on track to become carbon neutral by 2025. Urban farms, green rooftops, and renewable energy sources are part of daily life here. Visit Copenhagen, an architectural marvel that combines a waste-to-energy plant with an artificial ski slope and hiking trail. A city like no other. Copenhagen isn't just a destination, it's an experience. It's a place where history is preserved in castles and cobblestones, while the future unfolds in its innovative urban planning and green initiatives. It's a city that invites you to slow down, take it all in, and embrace the Danish way of life. Legends and castles: Denmark's historical treasures. Denmark is home to castles where history whispers through stone walls, and legends blur the line between fact and fiction. Step into a world of royalty, betrayal, and mystery as we uncover the nation's historical treasures. Legends and castles: Denmark's historical treasures. Imagine a misty morning by the Øresund Strait. The silhouette of Kronborg Castle rises against the horizon, its spires piercing the overcast sky. This isn't just any fortress, it's the setting for Shakespeare's Hamlet, a timeless tale of betrayal and existential questions. But here in Denmark, Kronborg holds tales even Shakespeare could not fathom. Kronborg Castle, the guardian of the seas. Standing proudly in Helsingør, Kronborg Castle is more than just a cultural icon. Built during the 16th century under King Frederick II, it was a fortress, a royal palace, and a toll gate for ships passing through the Øresund Strait. It exudes power and control, as every merchant navigating these waters was forced to stop and pay tribute. Beneath the grandeur lies the legend of Holger Dansk, a mythical warrior said to slumber in the castle's dungeons. As the tale goes, Holger will awaken to protect Denmark in its darkest hour. Even today, his stone likeness rests in the shadowy depths, a symbol of eternal vigilance. As you walk through the echoing Great Hall, the largest in Northern Europe, you're transported to an age of royal banquets and political intrigue. The cold, damp air of the catacombs below contrasts with the grandeur above, a reminder of the castle's dual purpose, opulence and defense. Frederiksborg Castle, the jewel of Danish Renaissance. Journey south to Hillerød, and you'll find Frederiksborg Castle, a vision of symmetry and splendor. Built by King Christian IV, it's surrounded by a serene lake and meticulously designed gardens. This castle is Denmark's Versailles, a masterpiece of Renaissance architecture. Inside, the grandeur is unmatched. The Chapel of Orders, with its gilded interiors and intricate carvings, served as the site for royal coronations. Today, Frederiksborg houses the Museum of National History, where every room tells a story, from the Viking Age to the present day. Step into the Baroque gardens, and it feels like time slows. Fountains glisten under the sun, and paths lead to hidden corners filled with statues and flowers. Every detail reflects the ambition and vision of Denmark's rulers. Egeskof Castle, a fairy tale fortress. Farther west, on the island of Funen, stands Egeskof Castle, a structure seemingly plucked from the pages of a storybook. Surrounded by a pristine moat and lush greenery, it is one of Europe's best preserved Renaissance water castles. Legend has it that the castle's foundation required an entire oak forest, hence the name Egeskof, or oak forest. Walking through its halls, you can almost hear the creaking of wooden beams and the whispers of those who once lived here. Unlike Kronborg and Frederiksborg, Ejeskov offers modern-day attractions. From its vintage car museum to a hedge maze that challenges even the sharpest minds, the castle bridges the gap between past and present. Castles as time machines. Denmark's castles are more than historical sites, they're living narratives. Each stone, corridor, and artifact tells a story of a nation that has evolved through centuries of trials and triumphs. These castles stand as reminders of Denmark's resilience, its culture, and its place in history. Next time you hear the word castle, think beyond turrets and moats. Think of the people who walked these halls, the legends that were born here, and the stories waiting to be uncovered. Enchanting shores and the power of the Baltic Sea. Close your eyes and imagine the soft, rhythmic lapping of waves against a pristine shoreline. A salty breeze carries the scent of seaweed, and the distant cry of seagulls echoes over the Baltic Sea. This is Denmark's coastline, over 7,000 kilometers of rugged cliffs, golden beaches, and timeless beauty shaped by nature's relentless hand. Introduction: where land meets the infinite blue. Denmark is a nation born from the sea, the old saying goes, and nowhere is this more evident than along its coasts. From the chalk cliffs of Mons Klint to the windswept dunes of Skagen, the Baltic Sea and the North Sea embrace this small yet mighty country. It's a relationship of contrasts, serenity and power, creation and erosion, life and mystery. Today, we explore the shores that cradle Denmark's soul. Mons Klint, Denmark's white cliffs of wonder. Our journey begins at Mons Klint, a geological marvel on the island of Mon. Towering chalk cliffs rise over 120 meters above the Emerald Sea, a landscape so dramatic it feels almost otherworldly. These cliffs are millions of years old, remnants of an ancient seabed formed from the microscopic shells of marine organisms. As you walk along the beach below, the sound of pebbles shifting underfoot mingles with the crash of waves. Fossils, some as old as 70 million years, are scattered like treasures for those with a keen eye. It's a place of reflection, where time seems to slow, and nature's artistry takes center stage. The cliffs aren't just beautiful, they're fragile. Coastal erosion means they change constantly, offering a stark reminder of the ever-shifting relationship between land and sea. Skagen, where two seas collide. Further north lies Skagen, a windswept paradise at Denmark's northernmost tip. Here, something magical happens: the Baltic Sea and the North Sea meet but never mix, creating a visual spectacle of colliding waves. Stand at Brennan, the sandy spit that stretches into the waters, and you're at the literal edge of Denmark, where the nation kisses the sea. Skagen has inspired countless artists, including the famous Skagen painters, who captured its unique light and raw beauty. The town itself is a picturesque haven, with yellow cottages, cobblestone streets, and fishing boats bobbing in the harbor. The Wadden Sea, a living tidal symphony. To the west, the Wadden Sea beckons. A UNESCO World Heritage Site, this tidal flat is a living, breathing ecosystem. Twice a day, the sea retreats, revealing an expanse of mudflats teeming with life. It's a haven for migratory birds, seals, and shellfish, and visitors can walk on the seabed during low tide, a surreal experience that connects you to the rhythms of the natural world. The Wadden Sea isn't just a place of nature, it's a place of stories. Local legends speak of drowned villages swallowed by the sea, their church bells ringing faintly on stormy nights. It's as if the sea itself has a memory, holding on to secrets that only the waves can whisper. Bornholm, the Sunshine Island. We conclude on Bornholm, a Baltic gem known for its sunny weather and unique geology. This island offers a microcosm of Denmark's coastal wonders: dramatic cliffs, soft beaches, and charming villages. Walk through Almindingen, one of the largest forests in Denmark, and feel the contrast between the coastal openness and the shelter of ancient trees. Bornholm is also a culinary treasure. Smoked herring, called Bornholmer, is a local specialty, often enjoyed with rye bread, onions, and egg yolk. The island's artisans are known for their ceramics and glassblowing, offering a blend of natural beauty and human creativity. Conclusion: Denmark's coasts, a nation's identity. Denmark's shores are more than boundaries, they're gateways to its history, its culture, and its future. The sea has shaped the land and its people, fostering resilience, exploration, and connection. Standing on these shores, you feel not just Denmark's presence but its essence. Castles that whisper stories of time. The creak of ancient wooden doors. The chill of stone walls that have stood for centuries. The faint echo of laughter and intrigue in regal halls. Denmark is a land of castles, where every turret and moat holds a piece of its royal past. These magnificent structures are not just architectural wonders, they're living archives of Denmark's storied history, where kings, queens, and ordinary people left their marks. In this episode, we journey through Denmark's castles, uncovering the tales of ambition, love, betrayal, and courage that have shaped the nation. Frederiksborg Castle, a masterpiece of the Renaissance. Our first stop is Frederiksborg Castle, standing proudly on three islets in the middle of a serene lake in Hillerød. Built in the 17th century by King Christian IV, this castle is a marvel of Renaissance architecture. Its brick walls, intricate gables, and shimmering copper roofs reflect the ambitions of a king determined to showcase Denmark's grandeur. Step inside, and it's like entering a time capsule. The Great Hall dazzles with its ornate ceilings, gilded chandeliers, and detailed frescoes. This was more than a palace, it was a statement of power and prestige. Frederiksborg is now home to the Museum of National History, where portraits, artifacts, and exhibits tell the stories of Denmark's rulers and the evolution of its society. Kronborg Castle, the home of Hamlet. Next, we travel to Kronborg Castle, perched on the narrow strip of water separating Denmark from Sweden. If this name sounds familiar, it's because Kronborg is immortalized as Elsinore in Shakespeare's Hamlet. The castle's imposing silhouette against the sea is both haunting and beautiful, a fitting backdrop for the drama of a tragic prince. Beyond its literary fame, Kronborg played a critical role in Denmark's history, controlling maritime traffic through the Øresund Strait. As you walk through its echoing halls and explore the dungeons where soldiers once kept watch, you can almost hear the whispers of history blending with Shakespeare's timeless lines. Egeskov Castle, a fairy tale come to life. Our journey wouldn't be complete without a visit to Egeskov Castle, nestled in the lush countryside of Funen. This 16th century castle is straight out of a storybook, surrounded by a shimmering moat and sprawling gardens. Legend has it that Egeskov's foundations rest on thousands of oak trunks, a feat of engineering that has kept it standing for over 450 years. Egeskov isn't just about the past, it's a vibrant destination today. Its gardens, from the fragrant rose maze to the serene bamboo grove, are perfect for wandering. Inside, the castle houses collections of antique toys, vintage cars, and even aircraft, offering a blend of nostalgia and history. Rosenborg Castle, the crown jewels of Denmark. In the heart of Copenhagen lies Rosenborg Castle, a small but exquisite gem of Danish royalty. Built as a summer residence for King Christian IV, this castle now guards Denmark's most treasured artifacts, the crown jewels and regalia. Walking through Rosenborg is a feast for the senses. The Knight's Hall gleams with mirrors and chandeliers, while the basement vaults display glittering crowns and swords. Each piece is steeped in history, telling stories of coronations, alliances, and battles that shaped the kingdom. The stories behind the stones. What makes these castles truly special isn't just their beauty, but the lives they've witnessed. The political intrigues in Kronborg's halls. The lavish parties in Frederiksborg's Great Hall. The quiet moments of reflection in Egeskov's gardens. These stones have seen centuries pass, carrying the weight of Denmark's history, and its dreams for the future. From the past to the present. Denmark's castles are more than monuments, they're storytellers. Each one is a chapter in the nation's epic, reminding us of the triumphs and trials that have shaped its identity. As we close this chapter, our journey through Denmark's wonders continues. In the next episode, we step into the country's vibrant modern culture, exploring the creativity and innovation that define Denmark today. Denmark's coastal wonders, where land meets sea, the call of the Danish coast. Imagine standing on the edge of a white chalk cliff, the ocean stretching endlessly before you. The waves crash below, and the salty breeze carries whispers of ancient Viking ships that once sailed these waters. Denmark's coastline, with over 7,000 kilometers of rugged cliffs, pristine beaches, and quaint fishing villages, is a realm where nature and history converge. In this episode, we explore Denmark's coastal wonders, delving into the geological marvels, rich maritime traditions, and serene beauty that have made the Danish shores iconic. Mons Klint, Denmark's towering chalk cliffs. We begin at Mons Klint, the dazzling chalk cliffs on the island of Mon. Rising over 120 meters above the Baltic Sea, these white cliffs are a geological masterpiece. Formed millions of years ago from the skeletal remains of marine organisms, they stand as silent witnesses to Earth's ancient history. Walking along the trails here, you're greeted by views that seem to stretch to infinity. The turquoise waters at the base of the cliffs create a surreal contrast against the pristine white rock. Fossil hunters can scour the beach for remnants of prehistoric creatures, a treasure trove of natural history waiting to be discovered. Mons Klint isn't just about beauty, it's about understanding the forces that shaped our planet. The Geocenter Mons Klint offers an immersive experience into the cliff's history, taking visitors on a journey through time, from the age of dinosaurs to the modern era. The Wadden Sea, a UNESCO wonder. Next, we travel to the Wadden Sea, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and one of the world's largest tidal flat systems. Stretching across the western coast of Denmark, this unique ecosystem is a haven for biodiversity. Migratory birds flock here in the millions, making it a paradise for birdwatchers and nature enthusiasts. The tidal flats, with their shifting sands and shimmering waters, hold a quiet magic. Local guides lead visitors on mudflat safaris, uncovering secrets hidden beneath the surface, small crabs, worms, and even ancient shipwrecks. But the Wadden Sea is more than a natural wonder, it's a testament to the delicate balance of ecosystems. It teaches us the importance of preserving these habitats for future generations. Skagen, where two seas collide. At the northernmost tip of Denmark lies Skagen, a town known for its ethereal light and artistic heritage. But its most captivating feature is Grenland, where the North Sea and the Baltic Sea meet. Here, you can literally stand with one foot in each sea, feeling the currents clash in a mesmerizing dance of nature. The beaches of Skagen are otherworldly, with golden sands stretching into the horizon. This unique light has inspired generations of artists, giving rise to the Skagen painters, whose works capture the ethereal beauty of the Danish coast. The town itself is a charming blend of old and new, with historic yellow houses, vibrant art galleries, and bustling harbors that bring the maritime spirit to life. Thy National Park, wild and untamed. Our coastal journey wouldn't be complete without a visit to Thy National Park, Denmark's first national park. Located on the northwestern coast, this park is a sanctuary of wild dunes, heathlands, and windswept beaches. It's a place where the untamed beauty of nature reigns supreme. The park's rugged landscapes are perfect for hiking and cycling, while its beaches are a haven for surfers seeking the thrill of Denmark's waves. This tranquility is matched only by its raw power, a reminder of the elemental forces that have shaped this land. Conclusion: a coastline that defines a nation. Denmark's coastline is more than a geographical feature, it's a lifeline that has shaped the country's identity. From the chalk cliffs of Mons Klint to the tidal flats of the Wadden Sea, these shores tell stories of resilience, beauty, and a deep connection to nature. As we leave the coast behind, our journey continues inland, where Denmark's thriving modern culture awaits. In the next episode, we explore the innovative design, sustainable practices, and creative spirit that define the Denmark of today. Stay tuned for a glimpse into a country that bridges tradition and progress seamlessly. A capital of contrasts. We begin in Copenhagen, Denmark's capital and the epitome of Scandinavian cool. Picture yourself cycling along the waterfront, past historic castles and colorful Nyhavn, where wooden boats gently sway in the harbor. The city's charm lies in its contrasts. Ancient landmarks like Christiansborg Palace share space with bold architectural icons like the Black Diamond, the modern wing of the Royal Danish Library. As you explore, you'll find Tivoli Gardens, one of the world's oldest amusement parks, bursting with fairy tale whimsy. By night, the city transforms into a hub of culinary excellence, with Michelin-starred restaurants like Noma redefining global gastronomy. Copenhagen isn't just a city, it's a lifestyle, where sustainability and innovation shape every corner. Aarhus, the rising star. Heading west, we arrive in Aarhus, Denmark's second-largest city and a rising cultural star. Known as the City of Smiles, Aarhus blends a youthful vibe with deep historical roots. Begin your journey at Aarhus Art Museum, where the Your Rainbow Panorama installation offers a kaleidoscopic view of the city. Aarhus is also home to Den Gamle, an open-air museum where you can walk through recreated Danish towns from centuries past. It's a journey back in time, offering glimpses of traditional crafts, shops, and homes. But Aarhus isn't just about history, it's a hotspot for creativity, with a thriving music and arts scene that attracts visitors from around the world. Odense, the home of Hans Christian Andersen. Our next stop is Odense, the birthplace of Hans Christian Andersen, the beloved author of timeless fairy tales. Walking through the city feels like stepping into one of his stories, with sculptures and murals, celebrating his literary legacy. The Hans Christian Andersen Museum invites you to explore the world of his imagination, from The Little Mermaid to The Ugly Duckling. Odense also offers a charming mix of medieval architecture and modern attractions. Stroll through the cobblestone streets or visit the Funen village, an open-air museum that recreates 19th-century Danish rural life. Odense is a city where fantasy and history coexist beautifully. Aalborg, the Viking legacy. Farther north lies Aalborg, a city where Viking history comes alive. Once a bustling Viking trading hub, Aalborg now blends its ancient past with contemporary flair. At Lindholm Orgi, you can walk among Viking burial grounds, with stone circles marking the resting places of warriors and settlers. Aalborg is also known for its vibrant waterfront, anchored by the Utzon Centre, designed by Jorn Utzon, the architect of the Sydney Opera House. The city pulses with energy, offering everything from innovative gastronomy to Aalborg Carnival, Scandinavia's largest carnival celebration. Esbjerg, Denmark's gateway to the sea. Finally, we reach Esbjerg, a city that reflects Denmark's strong connection to the sea. The iconic men at sea statues, 4 towering white figures gazing out over the North Sea, stand as guardians of Denmark's maritime spirit. Esbjerg's fishing heritage is evident in its bustling harbour and seafood markets, offering a taste of Denmark's coastal bounty. From Esbjerg, you can also explore nearby Faenu Island, a serene retreat with sandy beaches, wild dunes, and traditional thatched roof cottages. It's a perfect ending to a journey through Denmark's urban landscapes. A symphony of cities. Denmark's cities are like chapters in a great book, each with its own narrative but all connected by a shared spirit of innovation, tradition, and community. As we leave the bustling streets behind, the next episode will take us to the heart of Denmark's cultural soul, exploring its festivals, music, and traditions that bind its people together. A country that dances to its own rhythm. In Denmark, culture is a vibrant tapestry woven from centuries of tradition, storytelling, and shared experiences. What makes Danish festivals and folklore unique is how seamlessly they blend history and modernity, offering both a nod to the past and a celebration of the present. Imagine lantern-lit streets during midsummer or the sound of traditional Danish folk songs echoing in village squares. This episode explores how Danes come together in joy and tradition, celebrating their identity through festivals, storytelling, and art. Midsummer, a celebration of light. We begin with one of Denmark's most iconic celebrations, Sankt Hansaften, or Midsummer's Eve. Held on June 23rd, this festival honors the summer solstice with bonfires, songs, and a sense of community. Picture families and friends gathering by the sea, their faces lit by the warm glow of flames. The bonfire traditionally includes the burning of a straw witch figure, a ritual rooted in folklore to ward off evil spirits. The air is filled with the sound of Vi elsker vort land, we love our country, a beloved Danish midsummer hymn. It's a magical night where the Danes embrace their Viking roots, their connection to nature, and their enduring spirit of togetherness. Fastelavn, Denmark's carnival for all ages. As winter wanes, the streets come alive with the colorful and playful celebration of Fastelavn, Denmark's version of carnival. Traditionally a children's festival, Fastelavn is steeped in medieval customs, including the quirky game of slakatten af tunden, literally, hit the cat out of the barrel. While modern barrels are filled with candy instead of cats, thankfully, this ritual recalls older times when people sought to chase away evil. Children dress up in vibrant costumes, reminiscent of Halloween, while bakeries overflow with Fastelavnsboller, sweet cream-filled pastries that are a highlight of the season. Fastelavn is a celebration of joy, indulgence, and the promise of spring. Tivoli Gardens at Christmas, a fairy tale wonderland. Next, we journey to Tivoli Gardens in Copenhagen during the Christmas season, a spectacle that transforms Denmark's beloved amusement park into a winter wonderland. Snow-dusted trees sparkle with lights, while the scent of mulled wine and roasted almonds fills the air. Tivoli's Christmas market offers handcrafted gifts, traditional Danish treats like æbleskyer, small pancake balls, and an enchanting ice skating rink at its heart. The festival embodies the Danish concept of hygge, or cozy contentment, offering both locals and visitors a magical escape during the cold months. Folklore, trolls, elves, and the magic of Danish myth. No exploration of Danish culture is complete without delving into its rich folklore. Denmark's myths are populated by trolls, elves, and other mystical beings, said to inhabit the forests and moors. Tales of Nissen, mischievous house spirits, still linger in Danish homes, especially during Christmas when families leave out bowls of porridge to appease them. One of the most famous stories is that of Agneta the Merman, a tragic love tale that has inspired countless artworks and even a sculpture in Copenhagen harbor. These legends are more than just stories, they're a window into Denmark's relationship with nature and its deep respect for the unseen world. Modern festivals, Roskilde and the new Danish spirit. While deeply rooted in tradition, Denmark also knows how to celebrate modern culture. The Roskilde Festival, one of Europe's largest music festivals, brings together global artists and thousands of attendees every summer. It's a vibrant display of Denmark's love for music, community, and environmental consciousness, with proceeds supporting charitable causes. The festival contrasts sharply with older traditions, but it shows how Danish culture continues to evolve, blending its past with its future. It's a celebration of creativity, unity, and the power of coming together. A nation alive with spirit. Festivals, traditions, and folklore are the heartbeat of Denmark, reflecting the values, history, and joy of its people. As we leave the celebrations behind, the next episode will take us to Denmark's culinary world, where the country's flavors tell stories as rich and diverse as its culture. Denmark's design legacy, a nation built on creativity design that shapes the world. Denmark is a small nation with a big influence, especially when it comes to design. From iconic furniture pieces to cutting-edge architecture, Danish creativity has set global standards. Have you ever marveled at the clean lines of a modern chair or stood in awe of a sleek urban space and wondered about its origins? This episode explores how Denmark has become synonymous with great design, a legacy that is as much about creating beauty as it is about improving everyday life. The foundation, functional simplicity. To understand Danish design, we start with the concept of functionalism, a movement that emphasizes the relationship between form and function. This principle became central to Danish design in the mid-20th century, revolutionizing the way the world thinks about everyday objects. One name stands out, Arne Jacobsen, a visionary architect and furniture designer. His egg chair and swan chair, with their organic curves and innovative materials, are masterpieces that remain timeless even decades after their creation. But Danish design isn't confined to the past. Modern designers like Jutland, an architect pushing boundaries with sustainable, futuristic projects like the Copenhagen waste-to-energy plant, demonstrate how Denmark continues to innovate while staying true to its functionalist roots. Exploring Danish architecture, where innovation meets heritage. Next, we step into Denmark's architectural world, where ancient traditions blend seamlessly with modern innovation. Picture Roskilde Cathedral, a UNESCO World Heritage Site built in red brick, representing Gothic grandeur. Contrast this with the ultra-modern 8 House, a groundbreaking residential complex designed by Jark Ingels, which offers a sustainable, community-centered living space. Then there's the Black Diamond, the stunning modern extension of the Royal Danish Library in Copenhagen. Designed for everyday living, Hygge and beyond. Danish design extends beyond furniture and architecture, it influences how people live. Enter Hygge, the Danish concept of coziness and comfort. Hygge isn't just a lifestyle trend, it's a design philosophy that emphasizes creating spaces that feel welcoming and serene. Think soft lighting, natural textures, and minimalistic decor that invite relaxation and connection. Take, for example, the iconic BH lamps by Poul Henningsen, designed to diffuse light evenly and softly, embodying both form and function. These lamps illuminate homes, cafes, and public spaces across Denmark, turning every corner into a haven of warmth. As one of the world's leaders in sustainable design, Denmark is pioneering ways to combat climate change through innovation. The Kalvebod Waves, a public waterfront space in Copenhagen, transforms previously unused harbor areas into recreational spaces while integrating green solutions. Another example is Grundfos, a Danish company that designs energy-efficient water pumps, demonstrating how design can address global challenges. These projects illustrate how Denmark's designers don't just create for today, they build for tomorrow, ensuring their legacy endures. From IKEA furniture inspired by Danish minimalism to urban planning initiatives modeled after Copenhagen's bicycle-friendly streets, Denmark's Denmark's future, innovation rooted in tradition. A country looking forward. Denmark, a nation celebrated for its deep connection to its past, is also a shining beacon of the future. As the final chapter of our journey, we explore how this small but mighty country is leading the way in innovation, sustainability, and progress. Did you know that Copenhagen is on track to become the world's first carbon-neutral capital by 2025? Or that Danish companies are developing cutting-edge technologies to tackle global issues like climate change and clean energy? In this episode, we'll delve into Denmark's visionary projects and the mindset that's positioning it as a global leader in shaping a better tomorrow. Green innovations, a model for the world. The story of Denmark's future begins with its commitment to sustainability. Denmark was one of the first countries to adopt a comprehensive climate plan, and today, it's a hub for green innovation. Take the offshore wind farms like Horns Rev 2, one of the largest in the world. These majestic turbines harness the power of the North Sea to generate clean energy for millions. But wind isn't Denmark's only strength. Its cities are transforming into eco-friendly havens. Copenhagen's plan for carbon neutrality includes bicycle superhighways, smart energy systems, and urban developments like Nordhavn, a district designed with sustainability at its core. Denmark's strides aren't just local. Companies like Vestas, a leader in wind energy, and Grundfos, a pioneer in water conservation, are exporting these solutions worldwide, helping other nations reduce their carbon footprints. Technology meets humanity. Denmark's future isn't just green, it's also incredibly innovative. With a focus on people-first technology, Danish companies are revolutionizing fields like healthcare, robotics, and artificial intelligence. One standout example is Copenhagen Bioscience Park, a global hub for biotech research. Here, scientists are developing life-saving treatments and sustainable food solutions. Another is Odense, known as the robotics capital of Europe, where companies create cutting-edge robots for industries like manufacturing and healthcare. This emphasis on innovation is rooted in Danish values, ensuring that technology serves humanity rather than replacing it. The focus is always on improving quality of life, from creating cleaner environments to designing tools that enhance work and everyday living. Denmark's progress isn't just about infrastructure or innovation, it's about people. The Danish concept of sammenhold, or unity, is central to the nation's forward-thinking ethos. Initiatives like Kirkelaby, Circular City, bring communities together to recycle, share resources, and create sustainable neighborhoods. Education plays a vital role too. Danish schools emphasize creativity, collaboration, and critical thinking, ensuring that the next generation is equipped to tackle global challenges. Meanwhile, the nation's social policies, such as universal healthcare and strong labor protections, reflect its commitment to equality and well-being. Preserving heritage while innovating. Even as Denmark moves forward, it remains deeply connected to its past. The country's approach to progress is deeply intertwined with its respect for tradition. Historical landmarks are restored using modern techniques, ensuring they stand for future generations. Folk festivals and traditions, like Roskilde Festival and Midsummer Eve, remain vibrant parts of Danish life, blending the old with the new. The vision for tomorrow. As we look ahead, Denmark's ambitions are as bold as they are inspiring. From carbon-neutral cities to pioneering technologies, the nation is proving that small countries can make a big impact. Denmark is leading a movement that's not just about innovation but about creating a world that values people, nature, and community equally. It's a nation that embraces change while staying true to its roots, a place that shows us what's possible when creativity, compassion, and determination come together.